855, I don't know my number, 855-400-SAVAGE. You know it already. I can see the lights are lit. 855-400-7282, 855-400-SAVAGE. If you care to talk about these topics, I'll take them. Please, no secession calls. Call screener. No, I will not talk about secession unless you want me to in 1 minute. Forget about it. Talking about secession is the same thing as guys who have 500 guns in their house and think that if there's a police action, they're going to hold off a SWAT team. The best idea with that is to just come out and say, yes, officer, and deal with it in court. Let me give you some advice. I learned it in New York as a child. Oh, you have guns? I have guns. You use them for the break-in. Use them for the occasional rioter or the occasional burglar or the occasional home invasion situation, but not when a SWAT team is battering your door down. I severely suggest that you not try to stand off against the SWAT team. That's the time to use your brains, not your bullets. And it was taught to me when I was a kid in New York. One of the kids' fathers, he was a deli man. All he did was sell like pike, whitefish, lox, bagels, stuff like that. But he was a very smart guy, swarthy, big guy. But he was smart, and he talked to the other boys. See, we learned a lot from our friends' fathers. They were fathers then, as I point out in my book, Train Tracks. They were ordinary-looking men, guys with hair on their knuckles, who you would have laughed at today for not being svelte. They didn't jog. They didn't bicycle. They didn't wear jester costumes on the side road and make you look at their butts. But they were strong as iron, a lot of these guys. But more importantly, they talked to the teenage boys as they were growing up and gave them advice about how to be a decent human being and how to be a man, most importantly. And they told us as we got our driver's licenses, Sam the deli man said, if ever you're pulled over by a cop for any violation whatsoever, don't argue with them. Don't try to get smart with them. Take out your license and say, yes, officer, what did I do? And he said, even if you did nothing, give him the license and get a lawyer. Fight it in court. Never argue with a cop. Now, that was smart. That was smart, but the morons today were not taught that by their fathers or by the local deli man, were they? They certainly weren't taught that by the school system, were they? All of these stories are in my great book, Train Tracks, and I'll read from the book over the next few days because I encourage you to understand that as we withdraw into ourselves away from the political system while keeping a hard eye on the Stasi-like behavior of our Republican Party, what's left but family, tending our own gardens? I'll be right back.
Call Michael right now at 855-400-SAVAGE. That's 855-400-7282.